Ooh, hello there, my fellow miners and crafters. GoodTimesWithScar here, and welcome back to the wonderful worlds of hermits and crafting. And we're here in the Nether, lost from our adventure to the wonderful Iskall and Wren Island, trying to find our way back. I have lost myself in the Nether, and this is not good. If I could just see maybe like a torch. Like a torch. That's all I want in life, is just to see a simple torch. Now, I was over at Iskall's island taking a look at it all, and of course he was giving me a bunch of supplies for my project, which I can't be more grateful for. And that's a torch. That's a torch right there. Oh, torch, you are my favorite torch of all time. I'm gonna take you. Sorry, Iskall and Wren, I'm gonna take your torch. Okay, torch, please lead me. Please leave me. Where's the torch? Oh no, it mixed. Oh good, it didn't mix. I thought I had more torches on me. Turns out I don't. Anyway, let's see if we can find our way through here. But like I was saying, I was over there. Iskall gave me a bunch of gunpowder and of course some ink sacs for our roads today, because I've got an action-packed episode ready for you guys today. And that of course is building Scarlandia's roads. And I can't be more excited about getting those set up. By the way, we're out of food, so don't panic. Oh no, that's it. That's what we need. Oh, this is good. Okay, oh, ow, face plant. Oh, geez. Okay, so we need a helmet for our flights, we need knee pads, and now we need a face mask. I hope you guys are getting that all set up for me. I want to see some artwork, remember. I want to see some artwork with the helmet, the knee pads, and now the face mask. Oh, this is good. I literally been searching for like 5 or 10 minutes here looking for this. I was kind of panicking knowing that I don't have any food and I have some valuable resources on me. But like I said, we're going to work on Scarlandia. Guys, thank you so much for the support on the start of the base. I very much appreciate that, and I'm very excited you guys are looking forward to what's in store throughout this entire season with the base. That can't make me any more excited and happy to get started with this. So remember, if you're enjoying the series and of course excited about Scarlandia, scarify that like button and let's somehow get home. Free at last from that sweaty, evil land of the Nether and back in Scarlandia. And as you can see, this circle is looking super fancy. And of course, this is our monorail track and our perimeter of the entire project, which is super exciting and also incredibly intimidating by the sheer size of this whole project. Is kind of definitely put on display by the circle. So I'm so happy you guys are excited about it, but I'm also like terrified. I'm just shaking in my boots over here, thinking about the sheer number of blocks we're gonna need for this project. So let's take a quick land over here at the cat platform. There we go. It looks like we are a little low on cats in this area, so we're definitely gonna have to get up the breeding cats more, because come on now, we only have like 3 or 4 in this area. I need at least 10. Anyway, welcome back. It's great to have you back here in Scarlandia. And what we're going to be working on today is our roads. So you see that little pillar right there? We're going to take our roadway and we're going to throw it all the way across here. Well, there's a pillar back there, but just believe me, it's back there. And of course, on this side over here, we're gonna run that all the way. Well, still can't see it, but it's back there. Believe me, it's back there. So I've come up with some pretty sweet ideas. So if the roadway comes across here, original thought pattern was that the skyscraper would rise up to the sky up here, and then the road would just make kind of a circular pattern around the actual structure. But I've changed it up a little bit. Now what it's gonna do is it's gonna run over here and it's gonna dip down into a tunnel under the skyscraper and then pop back up. Same on this side, it's gonna run over here, dip down and pop back up and around. Now you might be wondering, Scott, what are you gonna do once it's left the kind of the circle perimeter area? Well, that's what's gonna be really cool, because we're gonna really build this city up onto kind of a peninsula, and then bridges are gonna go off of all the ends. So boy, there's so many possibilities of just absolute amazing things that I'm so excited about with this project. Just envisioning this all coming together just gets me so excited. Now, you might be wondering, why was I over at Iskall of 85th Street's island? Well, let me show you guys real quick. Generous Iskall lent me his ink sacs. Look at these things. Look at this. This is an entire chest full of it, because I would love to be able to do the entire roadways in some form of powdered concrete in either black or dark gray or something along those lines for the roads, for a nice authentic road design. Unfortunately, I'm not sure that's even enough ink once I think about it, because I've done a quick test in a test world. The roadway from there all the way down to the top over there is like well over like 3,000 blocks. That's a lot of concrete. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do these roads in stone, but over time, we're gonna slowly but surely get more and more concrete built into the roadways. So it's something kind of a work in progress. We'll have the roads down, but we'll eventually work towards getting what we want. And I think that's a good solution and a good compromise between the two. And there we go. So we still need to get some sand, some gravel, and of course, someday organize all of these chests. So let's get some supplies together and let's get them mining. Finally, an ocean biome. So hopefully we can get ourselves some gravel to make way for the road. So this is very good. Now we're going to plow ourselves straight into the water. Submarine Scar is here. Wow, I just kind of floated to the bottom like a dead goldfish. Things just got really dark there for a moment. Sorry about that. All right, so this is the best way that at least I can find to get gravel, right? I think it is. I remember in season 4, Cub fan told me about this. It's like, you know where to get gravel, right? And I'm like, yeah, you got to mine and hope that you get some gravel. And he's like, no, silly Scar, you scoundrel. No, it is on the ocean floor. And I'm like, oh, genius, Cub, once again. So yeah, this is the best way to getting gravel. I wish there was a biome, just an above, water biomes where we can grab all the gravel, our heart's content. But no, we got to go to the ocean floor and drown. Apparently, speaking of drowning, apparently I'm about to drown. So let me get a little air here. There we go. If only that was so easy in real life. Just bring your torches with you. Keep it in your swimsuit. That's not weird. Anyway, all right, so let me get a bunch more gravel and then we'll find ourselves the mining desert for sand and hopefully this time not get lost in Azuma's base like that one time on stream. Aquascar coming up for a breath of fresh air after I don't know how long, my friends. We have been down for a very long time. And yeah, that was quite a grind there. So this is the haul from the ocean. We have 9 squid heads, which is the most important part, right? And that's totally the most important part. Also, we have 9 shulker boxes filled up to the brim, full of the gravel along with some extras. Also, I was able to get quite a bit of extra ink stacks. Now, for Iskall being generous and giving us the gunpowder, giving us the additional ink stacks, maybe he would enjoy an extra shulker box or 2 of gravel. Do you think that would be nice to give him? Because of course, the plastic fantastic land of wonder. I think so. So we got more to do. We got to go head back to base. And then we gotta go find the sand biome and we can finally start on those roadways. Whoa, no, dang it. I've fallen in a hole and zombies are coming after me. Also, I don't know the coordinates to my base. So, by some miracle, we have found our way home, which is very nice to be back here in a safe, sound little hobbit hole. Now, trying to find somewhere to actually put these supplies. Oh no, all of our chests are completely full. Okay, this is a problem. We're gonna have to cash in. It's time. We're gonna have to contact Impulse. If you guys remember when we did the landscaping for Impulse, our deal was that he'd help me with a storage system come season 5. Do you think it's time to cash in that deal? I think it is. This cat is just like, Scar, you are a pack rat. I will eat you now. I need a chest. Maybe this one. Oh, perfect. I was like, I hope this one was empty. Oh, this is good stuff. Okay, so once we dump all this off, our most important possession here, of course, is our squid heads. And we're going to set that in our head chest. There we go. All right. It is now time to get our final ingredient for this project. And that, of course, is sand. So off to the mining district in that whole maze of nether portals. Hopefully then we can find our sand. Back at base finally after the super 2-day grind, hashtag Scar the Grinder, where we have gotten all the materials for today. So look at all of that gravel and of course all of that beautiful sand, and we've got lots of dyes set up and ready to roll. But let's head outside because I've worked out a small little block chart for us to work out colors and different things along those lines. But the big challenge right now is to decide if we're going to go with polished concrete or powdered concrete. Now down below, Bob the Creeper Building Inspector coming in here to ruin my day. No, Bob, I blew. I thought I pushed him down there enough that he wouldn't bother us. No, just had to blow up, just had to. Anyway, so in the comments, I want you guys to help me decide. Hashtag powder, hashtag smooth. What kind of concrete do you want to see the roads made out of? Now, I was thinking in my head, like if we're going to do concrete of the smooth variety, we're going to have to make some like machine or, spend hours chopping it all out underwater. But no, all we have to do is just take a bucket, dump the water on top of the powder once we've laid it down in the road position. And it's like perfect. It's amazing. So that's not a problem. So all it comes down to is you guys letting me know. So in the next episode, I'll let you guys know which one won. So I'm going to put up a poll and of course, let me know down in the comments. Now, as for the color of the road, I've been really doing some thoughts on this. Now, as you can see, I've gone with a white, a light gray, and a dark gray. I'm leaning towards the dark gray. Now, reason being is I like the contrast between the sidewalk material and the lighter gray kind of doesn't have the same contrast that I was looking for over here. Now, as for the white, I don't know. I kind of thought it was cool. It had a really kind of modern glinting design, but I feel like with a lot of the skyscrapers are going to be white with like accent colors all over them. Whereas this wouldn't have the contrast between the roads. It'd look kind of the same. So by doing the road darker and having some of the buildings, kind of glinting, up in the sky with like, quartz, different things along those lines, I think this is actually the best choice. But as always, let me know in the comments what you feel is the best. But I think we're going to go with this now. No matter what we do, we're going to have to put down a substructure below the roads for our powdered concrete to sit down because, of course, it's influenced by that silly gravity. Oh, I'm not a big fan of you, gravity. You're just keeping me grounded once again. There we go, taken to flight. So what we need to do is we need to get out some smooth stone and we need to have our nice graceful land here. Oh, that was very nice. So we're going to take this and we're going to run it all the way down there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to dip it under into a tunnel and then back up. So of course, that's where the main skyscraper is going to go. So what we need to do is we need to plot this out. I think what we're going to do, I think this is it. I think this is it. So we're going to go up here. So we're going to go right here and we're going to bring these downwards like so. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's put one more block right there. I think that's a good road shape. So let's do another 5 over here. So that's 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. Okay. So what we need to do is we need to take this road and we need to send it down to, I have the coordinates written down where I want to put it. And then it should be 50 blocks shy from that center. So we have 50 blocks to kind of do like a little dip underground into a tunnel, which I think is going to be absolutely amazing. Now, E3 is coming up, right? E3 is actually this week. What games are you guys looking forward to seeing from E3? I'll tell you mine. My personal preferences for this E3 is, I spoke about this on stream, was I'm very excited about Call of Duty. I really feel like this year Call of Duty might change for the better and we might actually get a really good Call of Duty. I just have a feeling we haven't had a good one in a very long time. So I'm very optimistic with the whole World War II setting. I think it's going to change things up. And there's also quite a few gameplay mechanic rumors. So we'll see about that come E3. Next would be Star Wars Battlefront 2. Technically, there's already been a Star Wars Battlefront 2. So I'm not exactly sure what they're going to name this because there was a Battlefront 1 and there was a Battlefront 2. Then they made the newest one, which was just back to Battlefront. So very confusing naming structure, but I hope that they learned some of the lessons from the previous one about having, teammates in vehicles and different things like that, have a higher skill tree to, work your way upwards, different things along those lines. It was an easy game to get into and not much to master after that. So it was kind of disappointing in that regard. And then other than that, Red Dead Redemption, it's of course delayed, unfortunately. So that's the Wild West game, which I am very excited about. I think we can do some really amazing things on the channel with that game. I'm very excited. Think GTA, back to my good times in GTA videos. That sounds like a good time on a horse riding through the western fields. Other than that, I don't know a lot of games. I've actually been really out of the loop lately. So that's where you guys come in the comments. I want to know what you guys are excited about E3. So let me know. Tell me the games you're looking forward to, and even some of the games that are known. Like I want to know what's coming out this year, other than just staples and sequels that I mentioned there, because those are just things that are pretty common knowledge that they're going to be released and or announced at E3. So yeah, I'm excited for you guys to let me know. I wish I would have went this year. If I would have known there would be no Minecon this year, I probably would have went. So maybe next year. Next year, Scar Vlogs from E3, guaranteed. All right. So I feel like it is time. That's right. It is time to hit the super fast build mode to finish all of these roads. And super fast build mode, and we're high above our roads and the monorail track. Now I evened off the roads so they're a little bit more symmetrical, and it's time to start bringing down the roads into their tunnels. And you can see all the little creeper holes that have killed me over time. You can see how it goes off to the right. That's because that's the direction I fly towards the community build. So those are all the little creeper holes that blow up as I land or am taking off heading to the community area, which I thought was kind of funny from above. Now, flying down here, as you can see, our hill needs to go that our hobbit hole is in, and it kind of makes me sad a little bit. I kind of miss it. It was a cute little thing, but it's got to go. Times are changing. So over in this little spot right here, we're going to have to, of course, shrink down the size of our cow pen because we're going to have to bring this piece of the road over there a little bit more. And of course, as you can see, the tunnels for our mine shaft. So let's dive back into Scar's brain. Fell asleep there for a second. All right, so we're back up at the top here. So let's fly on down and work on these roadways. So we'll fly over here. No. You think I could land on a giant platform like that? You'd think it would be big enough. You think. You really would. You really would. Anyway, let's get started. So I'm going to start on this side because it's going to be a little easier to do together because we don't have to deal with the cow pen and all the smells and things. Okay, so let's dive down here. And our first step actually is probably going to be easier if I just do it like directly in the center there. All right, so we're going to do a little stair step pattern going downwards. Now, we're going to start here by going out about 6 blocks like so, and we're going to do something similar to what we did when we built the roller coaster. So that should be 6. There we go. So that's a 1, that's a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, there we go. Just a little miscounting with Scar there. But yeah, this will be good. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with a bigger number as we go outwards, and we're slowly going to shrink it down to 3s. And then we're going to build the number back up so it has kind of a nice little swooping down pattern as it goes underground. So it's not just a sheer, drop and then level off. So it's just kind of smoothing it out so it's not such an abrupt edges. So that's 3, that's 4, that's 5. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down to, so that's 5, and we're going to hold. So we're going to do 1, 6, 1, 5, and we're going to do 2 4s here. So just a simple 2 4 pattern. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to jump back down here. And can I get a piece of dirt? Is that too much to ask here? There we go. And yeah, so like I said, we're going to do 2 sections of 4. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do 3 sections of 3 and then repeat the pattern. So then of course it's, 2 4s, 1 5, and 1 6. And we should end up in this general direction there. So let me finish up these sections and I'll meet you at the bottom. We are getting very, very close to finishing up this section, which is very, very nice. Now let's put this last block here and finish off Mr. Zombie. One more little hit. Oh, you're a hardy little fella, aren't you? There we go. So once we have this section done, it will really help us use this as a template for all of the other sides. There we go. Put that across there. Now, what I'm thinking about is I think we're going to drop this down one more level. So then this is the lowest level of this particular area. So if this is the lowest level, then from here, we can have like a 4-way intersection and things along those lines within this area underground under the actual skyscraper. So I think that'll be really, really sweet. One thing this will kind of mess with is if we wanted to have any form of basement within the actual skyscraper, but I don't think we do. So I think that'll work out just fine. You thought you were going to get me, but nope. Scar's a track star. He's out of here. And apparently a flying star. Anyway, so I think that's looking good. So let's fly back over here, and I'd love to connect these two up. Now, we got to do a little animal slaughtering because I don't think they're all going to fit if we kind of like round this off a little bit and make it like half the size. There's a lot of cow in there. There's a lot of cow. So I think what we could do is let's just get this thing started here. So of course, this one is the 6 blocks outwards from here. And I think this will work. So if that's 6, or that's 4, that is 5. Come on, that's 5. There's 6. What I want to do is I want to make sure that I get low enough so I at least void some of this for now. I just want to leave this going for a little bit longer. See, I'm having like sad withdrawals by taking out my little hobbit hole. But it'll be okay. It'll be okay. Once we actually get some progress, some little progress of this thing, we'll be so happy, right? We'll be like, okay, it's okay to get rid of it because we have something beautiful in its place. As of right now, we've got like a circle and a couple stone lines that are supposedly roads. But once we start getting some beautiful details down, it'll make things so much easier. So let me get this all finished up, and hopefully we can start working at least on some of the detailing of the roads. Oh, hello, Eric. All right, let's get to work. Oh, we have some progress now. We have our roadways now dipping under the little hill here, underground, and it's all lined up perfect, which is a big accomplishment for me. I'm quite proud of that. So yeah, I think this is really sweet. So I checked the actual lineup. It is perfectly symmetrical. So now we need the additional road that'll come in through here and then head out that way, which I'm really excited about this. I think each one of these little pieces that we're slowly putting together in the last 2 episodes are really going to open this thing up to be actually something pretty spectacular. It's just going to take a little while, and I appreciate your guys' patience because this is a pretty large project to get the bones and the structure done. And I always say in every project, the bones and the structure, the foundation is so important for your builds because you don't want to get 60-70% done and then realize you're like, oh, there was that little goof up I made in the past, and that just threw all of my plans aside. So make sure you line up, make sure you spend that extra time in the early portion of your base building to make sure all those things are lined up and ready to go. And it is time. Do you know what time it is? Oh, it is super fast build mode. Let's finish up this side, that side, and we'll wrap up this structure. Super fast build mode, and everything has connected down below, which I am quite happy about, seeing this thing all come together in a graceful land without any accidents. That is pretty cool. Anyway, everything meets down here. So of course this is our intersection. So of course we'll do some painted lines and different things along those lines for this area. And I'm trying to envision what this whole tunnel will look like. Trying to figure that out. We got to give it that super kind of futuristic vibe to it. And yeah, make some cool little lights hanging off the ceilings and neat designs on the sides. So I definitely need to kind of get in a creative world and just test around a little bit, you know, play with a couple different blocks and see where it takes us. The problem I'm having right now is I'm coming up with chisel and bit ideas, and there's no chisel and bits here in vanilla Minecraft. So I'm trying to re-engage that vanilla part of my brain, whereas the chisel part of my brain has taken complete, you know, captivity of my brain. So that's a huge problem. Anyway, let's get back to work here. So what we need to do is we need to grab a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and let's make a little magic happen here inside the recipe book. Oh boy, do I ever love this thing. I love this thing. I love this thing. Wait, it is just closed on me? Wait, what? Wait, I'm confused. I'm confused. What's going on here? Hold on. Let's reset the recipe book here. All right, recipe book, do what you're supposed to do. Why you not do the things you're supposed to do? Okay, we're going with gray. Boom. And I'm going to shift click, and I should get all that I can make with the ingredients I have in here, correct? Boom. Nope, only can make 4. That's a disappointment. So I got to do that to complete the whole process. That is a ripoff. That is what I call a ripoff. That is what I call a ripoff. Okay, let's see if this works. Okay, gray concrete powder, and I want to make as much as my inventory can fill, and of course with the amount of resources I have. Boom. There's got to be something I'm doing wrong here. There's got to be something. Can I just scroll wheel? Nope. Don't tell me you got to do this the whole time, because that is not efficient. I'm gonna have to go to the wiki or something. I mean, this isn't terrible, like this is decent progress, but this isn't what I thought it would be. Maybe this is how it balances out that you can't just make an entire stack, which would be amazing, right? Like, I'd be the happiest Scar in all of Scar land, but unfortunately that doesn't be the case. So I'll continue to craft each and every one of these. Apparently I just did it. Maybe you have to double click. I'm kind of interested now to know if that's the case. Double click. Maybe you gotta hold down the button longer. I don't know. It worked. You saw it work. You saw it. Like for 1 second, it totally worked. All right, I have no clue what I'm doing wrong. Oh, there we go. So you just double click here. It throws everything into the inventory. Oh, okay. I get it now. Okay, so we're down here at the bottom, and what I want to do is I just want to start filling this entire thing full of the gray powdered concrete. And remember, we're still determining if we want to do this in smooth or whatever we choose, but I think gray is the best. I've also started to think that black might be good, but I just thought it might be a little too dark. So I don't know. We'll see. We can always swoop in here and change it up. We can always use this gray for another project if we so choose. And we do have a large amount of course, ink sacs. And that was the main reason I chose not to use black in the first place, was I wasn't entirely sure if we had enough of the ink, but I think we do now. I'm pretty confident we do now. So, you know, we can still consider black also. So let's fill this entire thing filled up, and then we can start painting the lines. Welcome back, and as you can see, we've got our gray powder concrete down, acting as an asphalt. Now I've taken a little bit of white concrete and painted some lines, so we have some lane markers, and of course some stop points here for an intersection, so I think that's looking really cool. And this is more of just an impression of it, something that we could use for inspiration. We might rearrange things and maybe do the lane markers as yellow, but the intersection lines are white. We'll see how it goes. We'll just kind of play it around, but I think this is looking really cool. My only concern with it is it futuristic enough? Is it? Let me know. My vision for a future really is fully autonomous kind of drone vehicles that you get inside and you just kind of fly up like a quadcopter and then off to your destination. You just program it in and you just join like a hive mind of overhead traffic or something like that, and it just takes you away. And I kind of see that as a natural progression of technology. We see drones getting better, we see AI getting better. So maybe in the, you know, maybe not in our lifetimes, but I can see that as a possibility. I don't see us actually controlling these things. We can barely control automobiles as it is. So I don't trust people flying vehicles around. But yeah, I just feel like it would follow the natural like roads that we already have, just 20, 30, 50 feet up in the air. I think it'd be pretty sweet. Anyway, I think this is looking really, really cool. And it just fills me full of inspiration to finally see some actual aesthetic details down. As for the tunnels, which we'll work on very soon, we got to start thinking in terms of kind of how this would look. I'm feeling like polished concrete with a little bit of color mixed in, maybe some billboards, stop signs, different things along those lines, which I'm very excited about because I love the aesthetic part. And like I said, it's very important to get these, you know, big structure pieces done so you can really kind of see how everything's going to flow together. But it's the aesthetics. That's where I get excited. And oh, can I just reach for the sky? Come on, lag, let's go fly to the clouds. Haha, there we go. Let's actually get way, way up here and see what this all looks like from way, way above. Ah, that looks excellent. Very, very, very cool. We've accomplished great things together, my friends, and I very much hope that you have enjoyed today of our little street build here, and I'm very proud of the way things have come out, and I hope you are too. So until next time, this has been Good Times with Scar, and I always really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my videos, and if you believe the videos are ready, that would be much appreciated. And until next time, we'll see you later, and don't forget to subscribe, because you just might become scarred for life.